What are you doing?
Shh! We're supposed to be a 3D photo frame. Look like you're having fun for once.
Hi, and welcome to Crafts by Two. I'm Ken.
And I'm George. We've been away from crafting for too long. This video is horrible. I was horrible.
You've been away from crafting too long.
Well, you have been keeping the ship afloat, and I'm sure all of our viewers really appreciate that. But I'm back. I'm trying to get into the swing of things. I have to just remember stuff like wear my glasses, make sure you have everything in advance, and remember what your tools are called. That was kind of embarrassing. This shouldn't even be a craft video. It should be a blooper video.
But all the bloopers are at the end.
Yeah.
And we have a great project to show everybody now.
We came up with a 3D photo frame. This one is Luck of the Irish for St. Patrick's Day. You can put in a 4x6 picture or make your own background for it. And it goes almost flat, so it'll fit in an envelope for you to send it to someone. And you could put a 5.5 by 3.5 piece of white paper or lighter green paper and write a message on it. And the best thing about it is it stands up on its own.
And it does stand up on its own because it's got a little bit of a curve to it. It's designed that way. We knew people would have questions, but that centerpiece kind of curves it just a little.
This is an SVG file. It Ken shows you how to import in Design Space, and you have to tweak it a little bit to get the score lines as score lines instead of cut lines. And then I make a mess of showing you how to put it together. I am not happy. But it was fun, and it was for you guys, so it was definitely worth it. So take a moment to watch, and if you have any questions, let us know. And remember, this is just part 1. Part 2, we show you how to customize these.
I'm in a new project, and I'm going to show you how to upload the frame card SVG and do a little prep before you cut it. There's a few things you need to set before you actually cut the card out. I'm going to go over to Upload Images and choose Vector Upload because this is a SVG file. Get it on my computer, and I've already got it on the desktop, so I'm choosing that image. And you can always tag your files with Crafts by Two, so you can always find our files easily, but we do try to put CB2 in the name of all of our files too, so you can find them. And it's ready, so I'm saving it. And then selecting it and inserting it into my project. The first thing you want to look at is going over to the Edit panel and making sure that it's close to 8 by 4. This is 7.99 by 3.99, and that's just a little quirk we found with Design Space currently, but that's close enough. But if it's really off, you want to make sure that it's 8 by 4. Now I can switch back over to the layers, and I need to change all of these red lines over to score lines. So I'm going to click on it in the Layers panel and choose Score at the top. So I'm just clicking on the scissors icon, which is cut, and turning it to Score. As I do this, you'll see in the project the lines are turning gray. Now that all those are turned to score lines, I just need to attach them to the dark green layer. The easiest way to do this is make sure I've got the drawing selected in the layers, and then ungroup. Then we can move these lighter green parts out of the way temporarily. It's Design Space, so it really doesn't matter. And then I can use the lasso by clicking and holding the mouse and dragging to select the dark green layer and all of those score lines. And you can just see in the layers panel, they're all a little darker blue to indicate they're all selected. And then I come up to the top of layers and attach. So now this is one attached set with all of the score lines attached to that background piece. And these don't have to be all organized because Design Space is just going to cut them out. So I can come up to Go to cut it, and there I have 3 mats. So I know I attached everything and I'm good to go. So I'm going to cut this out, and George is going to show you how to put it together.
So here's all 3 pieces that Ken cut out, and putting it together is really, really simple. So you take the back layer that you scored, and you're going to zigzag the score lines. And by zigzag, I mean fold in, oops, fold out, fold in, and fold the top back out. And you're going to do that on both sides. So in, out, in, and out. So you've kind of made like a xylophone. And then you take your middle layer, which is this lighter green one, and you slide it in to the holes cut in the back layer. And I usually do one at a time. And you might have to come around back, whoops, and pull it through. And to make it even easier, you can go grab some tweezers. I was probably off camera when I did that, and I apologize. So I put it through the bottom first and then pulled the top through. So that's what we're going to do with the bottom also. I'm going to put the bottom in. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Let's start at the bottom this time. Put it in, slide it down, and then either push it through, pull it through, or grab your tweezers. You can push it down just to make it flat. And now what I'm going to do is attach the front of the frame to the card. And I'm going to use my ATG gun to just run a little strip down the side here. And of course it broke. And then we're going to do one on the other side too. And you can push the xylophone paper down if you want to. There. And if George's fingers don't get stuck, you could just take this carefully put it on the front of the card. You know what? Let's do it this way once. You just want to line it up as exacting as you can, and then do the same thing for the other side. And I usually start in the corner and line it up, and then start in the other corner and then meet in the middle. And there you go, your 3D card. Now you can push it down and flatten it to put it inside an envelope. Yep. You can put a picture in the back. You can create your own background of 4x6. You could write a message in the front, or you could put a white piece of paper on the back with your message. Isn't that easy? And it looks so cool, and it stands up by itself.
George, you didn't do that bad a job of showing everybody how to put it together.
Yes, I did. So we're giving these away to all our viewers. The Luck of the Irish photo frame. For our Patreons, we have a Valentine's Day one, an Easter one coming up, a birthday one, a family one, a sister one. and a blank one that you can customize.
So at any Patreon level, you'll get access to a library with all of these images.
Everyone who is Patreon currently has immediate access to these files. Any new Patreons will have access once billing happens the first of the month.
Yep.
So if you found this video enjoyable, give us a thumbs up, even if it was just for the bloopers. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, there's an icon like over here. You should click that and subscribe so you don't miss out on great projects like this or our incredible giveaway that's coming up on our anniversary, March 4th. And boy, do we have stuff to give away.
And leave comments or questions here on YouTube down below.
We love comments and questions. And with the horrible way I showed people to put this together, we're going to have questions. I hope you can answer them all.
Probably. But the next video will be better.
Yes, it's part 2 of our 3D photo frame series. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully, I'll get it right this time. So, until next Tuesday, or whenever I improve, that'll never happen. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
So take a view. Stop it, Melody.
And then holding down the Shift key, I click on... Oops, that's not working.
And I found that it's a lot easier when George has his glasses on. And to make it even easier, grab your... To make it even easier, what are these called? Pincers, no. Tweezers. Tweezers?